Hi, this is Mary Kay at Backbone Valley Nursery in Marble Falls, Texas, here for another episode of Ask the Expert. This week we've had lots of questions about people wanting to establish plants in their yard and having questions about how often they water, how much they water, and how long it takes to establish plants. Generally, the smaller the plant, the faster it's going to establish. So a little 4-inch plant or a 1-gallon plant is going to establish much faster in terms of weeks than a great big tree. We want to realize that irrigation does not work in establishing plants very well. The root ball is small. You have little droplets of water coming to the edge of the root ball, goes straight down, and that root ball underneath that canopy doesn't get the water it needs. So get a hose out every day. Morning is preferred. You want to send your plant into the day hydrated and water that root ball to the depth of the root ball. And every day you want to go a little bit further out, a little bit further out. With trees, every few months you start with 6 inches beyond the root ball of the tree, and then you go a little bit further out and a little bit further out, and realize that tree roots are going to grow 1 to 1.5 times the height of the tree out from the tree. So eventually, when your root system is established, it'll be in the top 2 feet of the soil, and it will extend far out. If you have a 20-foot tree, it'll go out at least 20 feet. So you want to concentrate in the long run of watering that far out. But getting it established, start with a watering ring around your tree. Go about 6 inches beyond the root ball so that the soil the roots are going to go into will have some moisture. And with a tree, it could take a year. The first 3 to 6 months are the most critical, especially in this heat. Get out there every day. As we get into the winter, depending on the type of soil you have and whether it's a deciduous tree or an evergreen tree, you're going to be watering less often. You're still going to have the volume, and you want to thoroughly soak the root ball. I just suggest going out and feeling the soil right at the root ball, and if it's dry down to your knuckle up, like about 4 inches or so, then go ahead and soak it really well. Just realize that you can't turn your plants loose too soon. We have a lot of people coming in with 1-gallon plants, 5-gallon shrubs. Maybe they didn't get them in the ground yet. Maybe they just took them home for a day and they were going to plant them the next day, and they didn't realize that they have to be watered every day. Here at the nursery, we're watering them thoroughly every day. So when you get them home, if you can't water them, you can't plant them right away, water them well, and that doesn't mean filling the pot one time, watching the water come out. Fill it over and over and over again until you've thoroughly saturated that soil. With the smaller plants, as I said, you might be on it for 3 to 6 weeks. Shrubs, it's pretty hot out, so throughout most of the summer you're going to want to be hand watering. Now at first it's going to be every day. After a month it might be every other day. After 2 months, it just depends on your soil. You're the only one that can tell you need to go out and check the root ball and determine on a daily basis how often your conditions require watering. I'm here to encourage you, don't stop hand watering after a week or two. You want to extend that to 3 weeks to 3 months for shrubs, to 6 months, depending on the heat, depending on the wind, and depending on the weather. This is Mary Kay at Backbone Valley Nursery. We'll see you next week.